So hello, welcome everyone to Physics by Aryan session on TIFR 2023 preparation. So from today, we are beginning the TIFR preparation for upcoming exam, which is in December. So roughly we have good enough time. We have 40-50 days. What is this exam all about and how we are going to prepare for it? In this session, I will discuss all that. Okay. So this exam is going to be conducted in December 2023. Okay, I don't know about the exact date if it has came or not, but in December it will be conducted. Okay, and it is for admission in TIFR.
So,
Yeah,
2022. It's December
December.
11, 2022.
Okay, 11th December.
Yes,
So
sir.
it will be on 11th December 2023. Okay, good. So we have roughly very good enough time of 60 days, roughly. And trust me, if you do a good hard work, 60 days is more than enough to qualify this exam. More than enough. If you will follow whatever I'm saying, it's enough to qualify this exam. But what this exam is all about, let's see that. This exam actually is conducted for PhD admissions in TIFR and its sister institutes. Sister institutes. Okay, so what are all institutes which are there? One is TIFR Mumbai. Okay, another is TIFR Hyderabad. Another is ICTS Bangalore. Okay, another is NCRA Pune. So these four institutes roughly will be important for physics students. There is one NCBS also, which is not important for you because it is for biological sciences. And there is one more for mathematical sciences that is also not important for you. Okay, so these four are important for you. TIFR Mumbai is itself have everything. All kind of researches happen here. Theoretical research, experimental research, the research equipment which are there, the funding which is available there, it's so much great. TIFR Hyderabad in itself deals with interdisciplinary sciences. Okay, it is for interdisciplinary. For example, soft matter physics, physics and chemistry combination, physics and biological sciences mixture. Okay, so if you are interested in solving the real world problems, okay, which if you want to use a physics to develop something new in medical science, something new in soft matter physics, something new in so many domains are there, you can go to TIFR Hyderabad. Another is ICTS Bangalore. If you are a geeky person and you want to study theoretical physics for rest of your life, you are interested in how universe came into existence and how we can fit everything in just one theory, string theory, quantum gravity, what all things are there. That kind of research happens in ICTS Bangalore. And ICTS Bangalore is best in India, or you can say it is compatible with all the foreign institutes in terms of theoretical science, in physics and in mathematics, because every Nobel laureate comes here to give the lecture. Okay, they have a very strong foreign collaborations. So if you are looking for a very prestigious career in physics, okay, it's very hard to do PhD in TIFR. It's not easy. Very hard to do PhD in India. Oh, sorry, TIFR. Okay, then this is a very, and then afterwards your PhD, you will have a very prestigious career if you complete the PhD good in a good way. Okay, there are always an exception. They do the PhD, but that does not go well, and they don't have a very nice career afterwards. They have a good job, but not a very the kind of job they wanted. But still, the chances is more than 70% or 80% that you will have a very accomplished person in the field of physics by the age you will be 35 or 40. Okay, because so many of research will be out, people will be knowing you, you will be receiving so many awards and so on, you will be the scientist of this century. Okay, you don't have to be Einstein to become a scientist of the century. Okay, any significant work in this field, you people respect you. Not in India, you won't see in India this much happening, but at the foreign stage in Europe, you will have a lot of respect. People will be approaching you. Okay, so that is what this place is all about. Another benefits of doing this is there are two things: BSc students and MSc students. If you are in BSc, Okay, then you will give this exam for admission in integrated PhD. And if you are in MSc, you will be giving this exam for admission in PhD. What integrated PhD and PhD is difference is, after your BSc, you will take admission in TIFR. Okay, you will be doing your MSc and PhD all together. And after your PhD is done, you will get both the degrees of MSc and PhD. You cannot quit in between. Okay, you have to do PhD and MSc both together if you want to get the degree of MSc. You can't say after 2 years, I don't want to do PhD, just give me MSc. This is not possible. Okay, if you want to do that, then you have to spend another extra year to do that. And that's usually not recommended. The duration of this integrated PhD is usually 6 to 7 years. And for PhD, it is usually 5 years. Okay, PhD, you all know, after MSc, you go there, you join as a PhD student. Okay, for first year, you do some research coursework, and then you start working on your research project. This is how usually things goes. What is the benefit, additional benefit of doing this? Let's say you are joining in integrated PhD. So for first 2 years, you will be getting monthly stipend of 20,000 rupees per month. Every month you will receive this 21,000 rupees. Wherever in TIFR you study, any of institute, you get this. Then for another next 2 years, third and fourth year, you will get 31,000 rupees per month. And for remaining period, you will get 35,000 rupees per month. Now, for PhD people, if you are joining, for first 2 years, you will get 31, and for remaining period, you will get 35,000 rupees per month. So this is kind of a job. You are getting salary, you are getting paid. Okay, and you have to do the research work. You have to learn so many physics skills, so many experimental skills, so many theoretical skills, so many computational skills, and so on. And they will provide you everything. Another benefit of this is the annual fees here. Annual fees. I am not talking about 1 month or sorry, 1 semester or something. Annual fees here is 10K. Just you have to give 10,000 rupees. Out of this also 5,000 is returnable. It's refundable. You only have to give it one time. In first year only you have to give it. In second year you only have to pay annual fees of 5,000 rupees. That's it. And they will also deduct it from your stipend and give you the rest of the stipend. So you don't have to pay anything. Another benefit is they give you a very good hostels. Okay, hostels are provided, good rooms are provided, very nominal fees. Just a maintenance fees they take from you, whatever is required to maintain that place, that much you have to give for hostels. And for food, whatever you eat, you pay for that. That's the entire expenditure you have. Let's say you want to live a very good life here in TIFR. The maximum money you need in a month is 5,000 rupees. If you want to live a very good life, then not more than 5,000 you need. This includes all your fees, your mess, your food, and so on, etc. Okay, this is a very nice thing because all other money you are saving, you can save it for your own, your future, or you can just take a trip somewhere or whatever you want to do with that. It's your choice. So that is why TIFR is most preferred by many people in India. Okay, but before you jump into this preparation, you should know that getting into this institute is not easy. Number two, spending 5 years in this institute is also not very easy. Why? Because the rigor is very hard, because top quality people are there. They expect you to do a top quality work and they will put a lot of pressure on you and you must handle that pressure. Once you qualify this exam, that sort of pressure handling automatically comes into you, but still you have to keep working hard in 5 years of your PhD so that you can handle that pressure and you can give a good output in the end. So that is what I want to say. If you still want to join this institute, because there are so many positive aspects of this institute, then let's begin with how to get into this. And even if you are not sure if you want to do PhD or if you want to do integrated PhD, you are not sure right now. It is always better to do the preparation. Because let's get into in this institute. Let's write this in your CV that I got selected into TIFR, which is a most prestigious institute in the field of physics, and I didn't join. Let's write this in your CV. I also have this in my CV. I was selected in TIFR Hyderabad 2 times, one in integrated, one in PhD. Both of times I didn't join it. I joined different institutes, but that's a separate issue. So it's in my CV. Let's now add it to your CV. Okay. How we can do that? Now that is a question. For that, we have to go to what this exam is all about. What is going to be coming in this exam? Now this exam will have part A, which will have 25 questions, 25 MCQs. This will be common for both BSc and MSc people. It's common for BSc and MSc. Both of them will get part A, same, exact same. If you do the correct option, then you will get 3 marks. And if you do the wrong answer, you will be deducting by -1 marks. So there is a negative marking in part A. Part B will be having 15 MCQs again, but this will be different for MSc students and different for BSc students. If you are applying for integrated PhD, you will get different part B. If you are applying for PhD, you will get different part B. This has 5 marks each. And there is no negative marking. Let's say if you do this question wrong, no one will say anything to you. Wrong means wrong. Let it be. No one is going to poke you. So you have to solve 40 questions in 3 hours. So time is not a problem. Time is not at all a problem. 180 minutes, just 40 questions. Okay. And 40, it means more than 4 minutes for each question. And you can't solve all the questions. At max, you will be solving 30 questions. So 30 questions in 180 minutes. So almost 6 minutes for each question. But if someone is giving you 6 minutes for each question, the question is not going to be easy. Each and every question is time consuming. It is very frustrating. This exam is very frustrating. Why? Let me tell you why this exam is frustrating. Because most of the questions you will think that you can solve. You will start solving those questions. After spending 5 minutes on that question, you will see that the calculations are going way ahead of what you can do. It's getting too much complicated as you are solving. Okay, you can easily see that in any PYQ solutions you get, that the solutions are 1 page, 2 page, 3 page long. Okay, but most of the times we get confused in between the solution, and 5 minutes, 6 minutes we have already spent on that question, and that question gives you no output. And I have seen this. I have given this exam. I see this. This is a very big problem. This confuses you. This exam confuses you. After you are out from the exam hall, you will be in the situation of crying that what happened to me inside. But there is one very simple solution, and let me give you that solution. Okay, it's a very experience based. No one will tell you this. Okay, how to approach this exam? Once you are inside the exam hall, how to solve this exam? Number one, there is no syllabus. They don't tell you that this is a syllabus, this is a part that you should come with by studying it. No, they won't give you any syllabus. The syllabus is anything which can be taught in BSc or in MSc. That's it. That's the only thing that you write. Okay. They ask the question from atomic physics, quantum mechanics, stat math, mathematical, electronics, whatever subject you can think of, they put the questions. So, but there is one thing that you should remember. If you score 70 to 80 marks in this exam, you will get interview call. Most probably you will be getting interview call. And let me tell you why scoring 70 to 80 marks is not impossible. Why it is not impossible. There are 25 questions. All you need to do is, in part A, all you need to do is prepare in this way. This much you need to prepare very well along with me in this course, that you can at least do 10 questions. That's it, only 10 questions. And if you're doing 10 questions, Only do those questions which you know. Don't try to solve any other question which you don't know. Just do 10 right questions. Exactly right 10 questions. You can do 12 questions and maybe 2 gets wrong. That is quite enough, but not less than 10. That is the number one requirement. And to do 10 questions, how to see the question and attempt it, that I will explain with an examples. But first of all, it should be clear in your mind that my target in part A is at least 10 questions right. No tukka at all. All 10 I know it's right. This kind of attitude. Okay. Then in part B, there is no negative marking. If you do enough preparation, if you study quantum mechanics, statistical mechanics, even if you are a BSc student, along with me, if you study these subjects, you can easily, not very easily, but still easily, you can solve 5 questions out of 15. Okay, so let's see, if you solve 10 questions in part A, you will get 30 marks. If you solve 5 questions in part B, you will get how many marks? 25 marks. How much does it make? 75 marks. But I said you need 70 to 80. Then how will I solve it? Do you have any idea what you can do here so that you actually go from here to here? Anyone make any guess how you can go from here to here without even studying one more word? Tell
Attempt
me.
all.
Yes, that is our purpose. There are still 10 more questions left in part B which you haven't touched, and there is no negative marking. And here the most of the people make the mistake. What mistake do they make? Can anyone guess what mistake do they make? There are 10
They
questions
just
and what they just
quit these questions.
no, that is not the mistake that they make. Everyone is smart enough. They know they have to solve this question. They have to put something. Means I am not talking about stupid people. I am talking about decent average student. What mistake that student makes? They attempt these 10 questions, but there is one mistake. They fall in the trap of TIFR. TIFR always give you 1 or 2 options which you think might be right. Okay, so in every question they put their brain. They don't know 10 questions, but they will try to put their brain. That's good. You should put your brain. But in question number 1, they put A. In question number B, they put in question number 2, they put B, then again A, then D, then C, then A, then B, C, D. In every question, there is a probability of you being right is 0.25. Okay, and if you keep multiplying or adding these probabilities, it turns out to be very less. Not even 1 or 2 questions you will make it right. Okay, not even 1 or 2 you will make it right. Then what you should do? Whatever 10 questions are left, put the same option on every question. Let's say you are remaining with the 10 questions, put C on every question. Okay, at least 2 or 3 questions will definitely be C. Do you agree with me or not? If there are 10
Yes.
questions, you put C on every question. 3 questions will definitely be right. Two to definitely be right. 3 can also be right. And so if 2 or 3 questions get your corrected, and you spent how much time on these 10 questions? 1 minute or hardly 2 minutes. To 15 marks in 2-3 minutes. So if you score if you have a very bad luck, then how much marks you will score? 55 plus 10, 65. Okay, 5 plus minus 5 plus minus 1 question you can do, but at least 65 marks you will get. Okay, and there is a chance that even at this marks you may get interview call. It's not sure, but you may get interview call. Okay, so what you need to do with remaining 10 questions, put same option on every. I'm not saying put C only, I'm saying put same option on every question. How you decide which option to choose? Let's say the 5 questions which you did right, in which in those 5 questions, option A came in no one. In all 5 questions, option A was not there. Then what you do? You put A in all other 10 because there is a maximum probability that maximum A's will be in that 10 questions. Because in any exam, on average, all the options comes out to be equivalent. There will be almost equal number of questions with option A right, equal number of questions with option B right, C right, and D right. So if you see that there is some option, the 5 questions which you solved, there were so many B's, there were 2 or 3 B's, then don't put B, put A, C or D. And if you think A came once, C came once, D came no one, not even in one question D was there. So put D in everyone. At least 3 questions will get right, you will get 15 marks. Now there is one more impact of this. Now your total questions are 30. Your total questions are 30, not 40, because for 10 questions you directly put it. Hopefully you will know more questions, maybe more than 5 questions, but hopefully you will only have to attempt 30 questions in 3 hours. So there are 6 minutes. So don't panic with each question then. You can actually spend more time on questions. Okay, whatever question you're trying to attempt, you can actually spend the more time on that and stay calm and relax and solve that question. Okay, now let's go to the exam. How you actually find these 10 questions and 5 questions. So I am here taking an example of 2022 paper which came last year. From this paper we will try to see that how to actually pick the questions, what kind of syllabus we will covering in this course, and how you can actually easily get 65 marks on your own. Okay, so let's begin. Let the screen move. It's I think stuck somewhere. Just a second. Any question till here? If anyone have any question in the pattern or something, go ahead and ask. Everyone clear till here? Do you all understand the pattern and all? Yes, no, anything.
Yes,
Show
sir.
some excitement. Yeah. All of you, it's clear. Show some excitement. Don't be just sitting there.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Got
sir.
it.
Good.
मेरा ये सिर्फ PhD के लिए है या फिर इंटीग्रेशन के लिए भी है?
For both. It is for both integrated PhD also and PhD also. Exam is same. Not means part A is same, part B is different, as I already discussed. Okay. So the same strategy is there. Strategy wise, it's same, exact same strategy. Okay. In PhD, you can actually, if you are a MSc student, you can actually solve more questions. Why? Because it is easier to score because you have studied more syllabus. So yeah, you can do it more question. Okay. So now let's begin. Just give me a moment. So you all see the questions now? Question number 1, question number 2.
Yes, sir.
Okay, very nice, very nice. So if you see, the biggest problem is the students try to cover the less syllabus and they think that whatever syllabus they have covered, with that syllabus only, they can actually solve the questions which are coming from that syllabus. You can't do that. Everyone has studied mathematical physics. Everyone has studied somewhat electrostatics, magnetostatics. So the questions which are going to come from electrostatics, magnetostatics, mathematical physics is going to be the toughest. So always be careful while attempting those questions. Always be careful. Okay, the questions you think you can solve is not actually which you can solve. Okay, for example, second question, if you see, everyone will think that okay, this is an integration question, I can give some try. This question is integration question only because they know that you will see this question and try to solve it. You can't solve it very easily. This question is not easy to solve. Okay, even uh, even after it contains only very simple knowledge of polar coordinates, but still it's difficult. Why? Because it is coming from an easy topic. But but there are many topics which I will be covering in this and which is beyond the syllabus of BSc, and MSc somewhat they have MSc they study this syllabus, but beyond the syllabus of BSc, we will covering that topics because the questions from that topics will be straightforward, direct questions which you can actually solve. Okay, so let's see. For example, let's see the third question. Matrices. Everyone knows matrices. Each and every person in this universe knows matrices. Whoever is studying mathematical physics knows matrices. But if you will try to see the mathematical questions, very tough. And they will give you these questions. So you try these questions and then you fail. And that's become frustrating. Okay. Then you can't focus on easy questions because you are in frustrating state, because it's not very easy in exam to give 10 minutes 15 minutes 20 minutes and ticking no question. It's become very huge pressure in sending. So how to attempt it? If you think this question, I know what is happening here, but it is mathematically going to be tough. For example, for second question you can easily see r raised by 19 e raised by minus r square. You are getting an initial idea, but you know the calculation is somewhere going to be tough. Then don't do it in first time. Don't do it in first time. Mark it for review and move on. Okay. Third question. If you think that I have read the question, I have no idea how to do it, just because it is for matrices, don't try to do it. These kind of questions, mechanics questions somewhere will come. Okay. You will think that, okay, it's a class 11, 12th mechanics. Let's try to solve some formulas. Let's try to put the formulas and so on, so on, so on. You won't be able to do it. You won't be able to do it because you will get an idea that, okay, this question I can do. I have done this kind of question anytime before, because if you will solve all the PYQs of TIFR, there will be many questions which will be repeated and you will say, okay, I have done this kind of question. I can solve it. I know how to solve it. Then you go ahead. But if you think that, okay, this is from mechanics, maybe I will be able to solve or maybe I will not be able to solve. If there's such kind of confusion, don't solve it in first time. Leave it. Keep seeing the questions. Okay. And just try to pick 4 or 5 very easy questions in first time in part A. You only have to do 10 questions. In first attempt, only try to see 4 to 5 very easy questions, which you can solve in first half hour of your exam. Fifth question, if you read, maybe you get an idea, maybe you don't get an idea. If you get an idea, good. If you don't, leave it. Now come to the sixth question. Do you see how easy this question is? The principle of linear superposition of electron states in quantum mechanics is illustrated by which of the experiment? This question you can do. If you have even read a basic modern physics book for JAM also, you know what is Compton scattering, what is Frank Hurd's experiment, and what is Millikan oil drop experiment. Millikan oil drop experiment give you E by M ratio. So out of the picture, Compton effect is for how the photon loses its energy. Out of the picture, Frank Hurd's experiment, you know, it's for the atom gas when it gets ionized. Out of the experiment. Okay, out of the picture. Davison-German experiment, you very clearly knows it actually gives you the linear position of the electron states in the quantum mechanics. So you put it. It's a very easy question. This you can do. Now, similarly, you can keep on moving. There will be many questions, at least 5 questions you will see in first attempt that you think that, okay, these are easy questions and those will actually happen. You will actually solve them. Okay. Second now, always make either quantum mechanics your favorite subject or electromagnetism your favorite subject or statistical mechanics your favorite subject. So let me write it down. Quantum mechanics or stat mech or EMT. If you are afraid of these 3 subjects, and usually BSc students are, you have to work for next 60 days on these subjects along with me. There are 2 benefits. Number 1 benefit, if you do a very good TIFR preparation, your JEST exam will qualify very easily. Number 2, these 3 subjects are the core subjects for GATE, NET, JEST, all exams. So you will always also be able to qualify any MSc exam if you don't join TIFR or if you only do MSc. Okay. So this is the main thing you should keep in mind. So once you pick 5 questions out of 25, which you think are easy, then it is time to again go through the question second time. But in second time, what you do is you actually try to see what questions you in the first attempt you think you can do. Out of these three, out of all those questions, first try to do quantum mechanics, stat mech or EMT portion. Because trust me, mathematical physics and so are going to be tough. Don't fall for those subjects. But in quantum mechanics, there will be a lot of questions from quantum mechanics, and some of them will be very, very hard, but few of them will be very easy. But why these are easy? Because they want to see, does BSc student have read quantum mechanics? And most of the BSc students haven't read quantum mechanics and they don't even know the basics of quantum mechanics, and they miss out on very, very easy questions. And your idea should be to increase a broad range of syllabus coverage so that you also touch some part of MSc syllabus. Same is for MSc students. If you think you are applying for PhD, trust me, most of the MSc students are dumb in India. Okay, because they have actually studied the quantum mechanics, but they do not have a good precise idea of quantum mechanics, what it is, how to deal with it. Statistical mechanics, most of the students just do a cramming in statistical mechanics because of the Indian author books which are being used, which are worthless. The smart idea is you should know that what is a basic idea of quantum mechanics, which you will get to know in the lectures, which I will be giving. That you should do, and all the previous year questions, if you do, trust me, very easily you will be able to find 10 questions in part A, 5 questions in part B, which will give you almost 55 marks and leave other questions to your luck. 15 marks you can easily get through your luck if you put the right one option on all the 10 pending questions. And if you save your time in this way that you get 6 minutes for each question, you will be actually be able to solve more than with whatever questions I have mentioned, more than that. But there are many problems in this, still many problems. What are those problems? Number one problem is you won't be able to sustain your preparation for next 60 days. Because the TIFR preparation is very hard, there are two reasons. Number one, you want to focus on JAM, but you also want to do TIFR and you also have a plan for JEST. Then how to do it? Because I will be taking the lectures, I will be giving the homework here, so on, but you also have to cover the JAM. And for MSc students, the problem is they also have to do GATE or they also have to do JEST. So TIFR preparation, no one gives it seriously because they think that if TIFR does not happen, we will be doing through JEST. We will be interviewing TIFR through JEST and we may go there through JEST. So that's why you won't be able to sustain your preparation for next 2 months. Number one problem is that. Number two problem is the TIFR preparation is not very easy. It's not something that you read the syllabus and then you are able to solve the PYQs. You need a very experienced person who can actually tell you, or a lot of hard work on your side. And the thing is, you will be doubting yourself at each step. Okay, okay, maybe I haven't covered the syllabus well. I should read 2 more books, that this same chapter from 2 more books. Maybe then I will be able to solve this question. But how, doesn't matter how many times I say don't read anything else, just focus on this question and get this question solved. Your brain will say read more, read more, read more, read more, because it's a normal tendency. So these two are the major problems. So you have to keep in mind, I will remain consistent with the TIFR preparation. Number two, if some experienced person is telling you something, I will listen to that and I will actually hold myself and I will not consider this exam as a subject of knowledge. I will consider this exam as a exam only. I will see it through the exam perspective. how I can take this exam as an exam and not going through with the flow and reading each and everything which is coming in my way. Okay, if you will look this exam from the point of view of exam only, you will qualify this. But if you will fall into the trap of TIFR, you will just keep reading the books and not even able to solve, not even able to score 30 marks in this exam. I can bet you, if you will fall into TIFR trap, you will not be able to get 30 marks. Because if you will talk to the people who have qualified this exam, most of those didn't ever thought that they will qualify this exam. They just had the logical approach toward this exam and they qualified it. Have a logical approach. I know at least 4 people. I was thinking about them before taking this session. 2 of them are actually have taken 2 years of drop, and one person is very senior. Okay, he was doing PhD in some college, and then he thought, okay, I will prepare for TFR, and he's preparing for TFR from last 3 years very well. He thinks, if I will study everything, my TFR will went well, but every year TFR keep changing, and he has failed TFR for 3 times. And whenever you will go to the exam center of TFR, you will see there will be many senior people giving this exam. In CSR net and in TIFR exam, these are the 2 exams in which you see not just the students, but many senior people are also giving this exam. And why they fail again and again and again? The reason being, they think that knowledge is the key to qualify this exam, but no. I have given more than 19 exams in last 3 years. Sorry, last 5 years. 19 exams I have almost given, competitive exams. Trust me, if you will see this exam only through the perspective of the exam, there is a more chances that you will qualify. And for the point which I mentioned, that you will be having a troubles that how to manage it with the jam or how to manage it with the gate, then my only recommendation is you that join the course also. The reason being, I am all syncing the TIFR preparation along with the GateNet preparation for MSc students, so that my GateNet batch does not find it hard to do TIFR preparation, and also the same thing I'm going to do with the JamJust batch, so that whatever they are studying, that keeps on going, and I add this additionally, so that their both the preparation goes simultaneously, and they feel that they are preparing for both and they can qualify both. Okay, so that is my idea for you. I will strongly recommend you, okay, as a senior, to join that course also, so that you can actually qualify. I have made course quite reasonable so that everyone can join, and you can actually qualify both JAM and TIFR at the same time. Okay, and stay connected in the Telegram group, because all the notifications, all the class material, everything which I'm going to share is going to be in the Telegram group of Physics by Aryan. Okay, the spelling is written over on the top of this PDF. Okay, you can easily see, and stay connected to the group, and it will be shared there. With this simple strategy, from tomorrow, we will be starting with the topics of TIFR. I will be taking the questions TIFR PYQs. I have already divided TIFR PYQs into the topic wise. Okay, you can easily find that in Telegram group. Topic wise it has been divided, and then I will be taking few questions. From that I will be explaining those questions also, and all the information which is required in that topic I will be giving as a lecture. So if you follow that only, so your topic will also get covered, your PYQs also being solved. Other PYQs which are similar I will give as a homework, and there will be some suggestive book reading. For every topic I will give you some suggestions for book reading, that you can read this topic from that book. Book reading does not mean I will give you that 30 pages you have to read, only for each topic that read this 10-15 pages. So if you will regularly complete those 10-15 pages, not daily but in 2-3 days, you will be good to go. There will be you can always say I have a good chance to qualify this exam. You can never say I will definitely qualify, and you should never say that I can't qualify this exam. Okay, you should never say, you can't never say that I will definitely be. But if you will stay consistent and follow the steps which I have said, I will suggest everyone to write these steps down. Watch the session again. I will put that on YouTube. Write these points very well. Make a page, stick that page to your wall or keep it in your drawer and always read about it. So that's what I want to say. From tomorrow, most probably we will be doing some quantum mechanics questions tomorrow. I haven't decided the topic yet. I will let you know tomorrow. So let's meet tomorrow at 7 p.m. on MS Teams. The link will be shared again in the Telegram group. So from tomorrow we will be beginning. I hope you all are pumped up and you will prepare for this exam along with me, and we will actually qualify this exam and you will be sitting in TIFR next year. So best of luck with this. Now I can take any questions if you have.